Gentlemen, please welcome your MPX Tag Team Champions, Best Picture.
Speaking of champions, we just heard from the MPX champion ahead of his main event match against Remedy later on tonight. Looking to be very confident. I don't know if anyone ever goes into a match with Remedy as confident as Christian Shaw is here tonight.
You can see the MPX champion feeling good ahead of his match with Remedy. But now, we see the leading man, Michael Shafer, the strong style cinephile, the director, Sebastion Envi, Best Picture, your MPX Tag Team Champions.
Tyler, maybe you can confirm something for me. I heard that Michael Shafer rented a luxurious beach house in Laguna Beach out in California. Just because he's now the leading man, he moved from the East Coast out to the West, and supposedly he's now going to casting calls, he's got auditions, he's got an agent. Is that true?
It is. He showed me pictures of it earlier. It's beautiful. Great view of the ocean. It's the kind of place a leading man belongs.
He's wearing sunglasses inside? We've never seen a wrestler do that.
When your future is as bright as the leading man, Michael Shafer's, you need shades inside.
Well, the leading man, Michael Shafer, with the director, Sebastion Envi, the tag team champions. We saw Shafer in action last week in that #1 contenders match, unsuccessful. Oh, of course, Shafer's got to put the sunglasses back on, right?
I need quiet on the set, right now.
What my partner is trying to say is shut your damn mouth!
Addicts making their voices heard here tonight.
You should care because this is a very important night that we're having. Is everybody having fun at this Liberty Day Juneteenth celebration? Everybody having fun? Good, because you all out here in the cheap seats and the guys in the back should be giving me a standing ovation for this event we're having tonight. Because weeks ago, MPX Creative came to the Strong Style Cinephile to run this idea by me, and why not? That's what you should do. And I could have shut this down. But I said, let's have it. Let's have this event. Let's have a good time. But then I see we're in a tag team championship match. But the guys that we were set to face, neither one of their names is Dave Sagan. I saw the little text that they write up with the pictures, the graphics, that they earned some respect from MPX management to get this title shot. Well, they didn't earn anything with the Strong Style Cinephile. They didn't earn anything with the tag team champions. So as much as my leading man, Michael Shafer, was willing to perform tonight under protest, mind you, we're not doing that scene tonight, so you don't even have to play any music for anybody to come out and face us, because this isn't our scene right now, and we're leaving.
What does it mean they're leaving? They've got a tag team title defense.
Well, there's nothing to shoot here tonight, I guess. The cutscene.
Well, I think our challengers say otherwise.
Well, I think Sebastion said we don't need to play any music, we don't need to bring anybody out here, but well, here he is, the exception, Xavier Daniels, his tag team partner, Big Sed, who...
And here's my concern. Guys that lost a #1 contenders match last week, the rumor I heard was they bullied MPX management. And I gotta say, I'm very disappointed in MPX management for falling and caving to the demands of Xavier Daniels and Big Sed. So the #1 contenders match last week basically meant nothing.
There's Xavier Daniels trying to get in the face of Sebastion Envi. The leading man stepped in there and shut that down.
But here's what we do know, Tyler. Dave Sagan and Tatum Manning will be taking on the MPX Tag Team Champions next week at Aztec Warfare, whether it be Xavier Daniels and Big Set or Michael Shafer and Sebastion Envi.
And we could see a rematch of that #1 contender match we saw here last week.
So Sagan and Manning, they've got to be home watching this, hoping that these two teams beat the hell out of each other, and whoever walks out with the tag team titles going to Aztec Warfare, not yet 100%.
First of all, when your daddy's talking to you, shut up and listen, boy. You hear me? I remember when you were some Dragon Ball Z reject running around here flapping your gums, and guess what? X-Daddy was busting in you then. So what makes you think it's gonna be any different tonight? Now you're running around here like you some half-pint, fake-ass black Stanley Kubrick, writing these old bootleg scripts. Let me ask y'all something. Y'all remember Blockbuster, right? Y'all remember them lonely nights when your girl just wasn't pleasing you? You had to go look at that old bootleg wall, right? You had to go get like King Shark versus Super Raptor. But I'd rather watch them than that bootleg poop butt crap you produce. So I tell you what, I'm gonna do everybody a favor tonight. And I'm gonna end that script once and for all. Go on and hand them belts over, Chief. Choo-choo!
X-Daddy always has something to say, doesn't he?
He does. He seems very confident that him and Big Said are going to take these tag team titles away from Best Picture tonight. I don't see it.
The following tag team match is for the MPX Championship. And it is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, the team on my left. The Reaper, Big Said, and the conductor of the X-Train, Xavier Daniels. And the team on my right, Kingsman, Michael Shafer.
Leading man, Michael Shafer.
Careful, Andre.
Yeah, get it right.
And the team on my right, Mean Man, Michael Shafer. And Strong Style Centerfold, Sebastion Envi, the MPX Tag Team Champions, Best Picture.
Xavier Daniels is no stranger to tag team gold. He would love to leave here with it again. And here's an interesting dichotomy for you, Tyler. We've got, I mean, look at both these teams. Very similar statures. You've got big man, smaller man on both sides. Although I don't know if anyone ever refers to Xavier Daniels as smaller man, but when he's next to Big Said, he definitely is.
So you look at these two teams in front of you right now, and you'd perceive a very even matchup. And I guess we're going to see how it's going to play out here. Best Picture ready to put their tag team titles on the line against the team of Xavier Daniels and Big Said.
And the two big men going to start things off. Michael Shafer, Big Said. And these guys, I don't know who the bigger one might be, Tyler. It's kind of hard to tell right now.
Well, we could have Hooligan Ace come back out here if that's going to help you.
Look at these two behemoths. And Shafer, he's digging it.
Yeah, the leading man, Michael Shafer, and Big Said. It'll be quite the matchup here. It's going to see, let's see who gets the power advantage. The two big bulls colliding here as they lock up in the middle of the ring.
Big Said and Xavier Daniels, they've been an impressive team since forming several weeks ago, and despite that loss last week to Dave Sagan and Tatum Manning, apparently they impressed MPX management, if that's what you want to believe, enough to get this tag team title match.
There's some rumors out there about what Xavier Daniels and Big Said did to get this title shot, but you know, that's neither here nor there. The fact is, they're here with a chance to walk out to MPX Tag Team Champions, but unfortunately for them, Best Picture is on a huge roll since winning those tag team titles.
And Big Said with that side headlock applied on Shafer. And Shafer now sending Said into the ropes. Oh, what a clothesline. And that barely moves Shafer.
Big Sad just pushing the leading man back.
Shafer now charges in. Look at that clothesline of Seb, but Seb barely budges. Andre, who do you give the advantage to in this match?
Honestly, I don't know. Well, Xavier and Sed are a new team, so they don't have as much experience as Kingsman and
Hey, look at these clotheslines back and forth.
Who's going to budge first here?
Well, it looks like Sed might be gaining the advantage since Shafer holds on to that top rope, and he's just going to tag in the director.
There comes the strong style cinephile, the man who made this show possible tonight, Sebastion Envi.
Like him or not, you got to give credit where credit is due to Sebastion Envi.
And you know, you heard him mention that neither of his opponents tonight are named Dave Sagan. Sebastion Envi, he's been laser focused on Dave Sagan for quite a while now.
On Xavier Daniels, he wanted in. He had a lot to say to Sebastion before this match began.
And we'll see how long Xavier Daniels is talking now that he's in the ring face to face with the strong style cinephile, the director of this blockbuster known as Best Picture.
Yeah, guess what? Blockbuster Video went out of business a long time ago. Sebastion Envi made that point. But what do you think about Xavier Daniels made that point. What do you think about Xavier referring to Sebastion as a bootleg director?
Clearly he's never seen any of his productions, or he wouldn't be saying
I've never seen these productions either. Where do you find these at?
They're all over the place. He's won so many awards. I don't know how you haven't seen them.
Andre, have you seen any Sebastion Envi movies?
Unfortunately, I have not. I've heard so much about him, though. From Sebastion Envi, of course.
And thankfully, the leading man, Michael Shafer, after his complaints here last week, I noticed a huge upgrade in catering tonight. So thank you, Michael Shafer, for that.
We'll have to figure out what streaming service the latest Sebastion Envi movie is on. But look at that clothesline from Daniels. Sending Envi down. Look, Envi looks rocked.
I think you could find him anywhere. Hulu, Peacock.
Like I said, I believe, in my opinion, you got to give the advantage next week as a huge deal from Daniels. No matter who goes in tag team champions, it's Manning and Sagan. You got to give the advantage to Manning and Sagan. They're sitting at home right now. They're going to be well rested coming in here next week. The champions might not be.
Sebastion Envi just found himself on the train tracks.
He stated earlier, Aztec Warfare next week. Of course, we've got that Aztec Warfare match. Winner earns a title opportunity at Purple Rain. But we've got the MPX title on the line next week. Whoever leaves here tonight with that title will face Sky De La Cremosa, who became the #1 contender last week. Sky De La Cremosa getting that title shot next week at Aztec Warfare.
Our Addicts champion, Exodus Prime, defending against new #1 contender, Tommy Dean, here next week as well at Aztec Warfare. And of course, we mentioned the tag team titles will be on the line.
Look at the power of Daniels into that Falcon Arrow as he held Envi up for quite some time. Cover. Only 2.
Xavier Daniels are just that close to capturing the tag team gold for himself and Big Sed.
And now Envi in the wrong corner. And Big Sed, who's got a huge size advantage on the strong style cinephile.
That's Big Sed looking to capitalize on that advantage here.
Referee trying to get Daniels out. Now another quick tag.
X-Daddy back in. Here he comes.
And right into Sed. And look at the power. Huge sidewalk slam.
And Big Sed getting up, getting some height on that sidewalk slam, sending Sebastion Envi crashing down.
Only a 2 count. And more quick tags from the challengers.
Xavier tagging Big Sed back in just that quickly. Consistently keeping the fresh man in are the challengers.
And that right hand right to the ribs of Envi. Envi in desperate need of a tag. Look at the quick shots. He's firing them off against Sed. Charges in, ducks the clothesline. Envi cross body, but Sed catches him with ease.
And look at this with one arm. Big Sed has got the strong style cinephile.
Huge fall away slam. And Envi was very close to Shafer. I don't think he realized just how close he was.
Envi was in too much pain there to realize he just rolled out of the ring.
Well, Shafer out there to check on his partner, his director, so to speak.
In the ring, Big Sed is tagged. Xavier Daniels is again the legal man. And
Daniels going up top. We don't see this too often from X-Daddy. Crashes down onto Michael Shafer.
And the leading man goes crashing down. Xavier Daniels now in full control of the chain. Oh, there's Sebastion Envi from behind.
Envi is the legal man. Daniels took his eyes off of him.
Here comes Big Sed coming around the corner.
And all hell's breaking loose in this one. Sed now sending Envi back into the ring.
And we have our two legal men back in the ring now. Xavier Daniels, Sebastion Envi. That's Envi raining down these right hands on Xavier Daniels.
And Envi stomping away.
Putting that foot right across the face of Daniels.
Shafer's back up.
Here comes the leading man.
Looks like he's recovered from that dive from Daniels on the outside.
Here's Andre, I guess you learned that is the leading man, Michael Shafer, in the ring.
Yes, sir. Thought I was about to die.
And Shafer with a cheap shot on Sed. And now Big Sed inadvertently distracting the referee as Daniels is in the corner of Best Picture. And the 2-on-1 attack continues.
Yeah, Xavier Daniels now stuck in the corner of Best Picture as Big Sed doing a lot of harm to his partner there trying to get in the ring. Had the referee's attention fully on him. The tag team champions took advantage of it. And Daniels now trying to fight his way out of that corner.
And Daniels a long way away from Big Sed. And look at the power of the Kingsman.
And we know Xavier Daniels is a powerful man himself.
But let me correct myself, the leading man. I don't need Shafer coming over and getting in my face like he did yours, Andre.
No, you don't want that.
And here's something I didn't expect. The MPX Addicts getting behind the challengers here tonight. Big Sed and Xavier Daniels. And I don't know if it means, Tyler, that they like those guys or they just hate Shafer and Envi even more.
I think they're jealous of the tag team champions and all of their success here in the ring, outside the ring as well.
And Envi tagged in. And look at the quickness of Envi now sending Daniels right into that snap power slam from the leading man.
Well, that's got to do it.
And Big Sed was coming in. He was going to be too late if Daniels wasn't able to get that shoulder up.
Yeah, Xavier Daniels very lucky to be able to kick out there. Big Sed was not going to be in time to make the save there, I don't believe.
And look at it. I don't know how smart this is. Getting in the face of Big Sed like that.
Sebastion Envi going back to work on Xavier Daniels. The face first into the top turnbuckle.
And Daniels in the corner once again of Best Picture. Now sent face first into that bottom turnbuckle.
He's into the top, the middle, the bottom. Introducing him to all levels of turnbuckles here in the ring. There's the Strong Style Cinephile.
Again, this is our first of 2 title matches here tonight. Still to come, Brixton Shaw defending the title against Remedy. And double knees in the corner from Envi. And that pump handle suplex dropping Daniels right on the back of his head and neck.
Envi again go for the cover. And Daniels again able to kick out though. Sebastion Envi delivered a whole lot of punishment here to Xavier Daniels. Not quite enough to walk out of here with those titles still in their possession.
Daniels trying to fight out, trying to get over to Big Sed. And Daniels, he's stirring a bit. He's trying to make it to his corner. Envy's trying to make it to Shafer.
Wait, look at where's Shafer going?
And Shafer pulling the legs out from under Big Sed just as Daniels was going to get there, send him headfirst into the ring post.
They're right into the post with Big Sed.
And I don't care how big you are, that's enough to rock anyone. Daniels trying to make the tag, no one is there.
And that's Sebastion Envi pulling him back towards Best Picture's corner as the leading man is tagged back in.
And the Addicts might not like it, but that was a smart move on the part of Michael Shafer, keeping Big Sed from getting into this match.
Big Sed, he's back up on the ring apron now, but what kind of condition is he in if Xavier Daniels can find a way to break loose of Michael Shafer and make a tag?
Shafer slamming Daniels down in that corner.
Oh, look at Shafer. He's got Daniels where he wants him, and he's eyeing those ropes as he's heading up. Oh, Xavier Daniels up, able to meet Shafer. Oh, no. No way.
And look at the power of Xavier Daniels. Big Sid trying to get his partner over.
Did you hear the crash of Michael Shafer on the mat?
Here's the tag Envi. Here comes Big Sid.
Oh.
Huge shoulder tackle from Sid.
He just ran over Sebastion Envi.
And now Shafer back up. Sid's got to watch out for the leading man.
The Sebastion Envi broke free from the shoulders. Oh,
and Shafer sent, Envi sent right into the midsection of his partner. Huge boot from Sid.
Down go both for the tag team champions. Big Sid's rolling, in control of everybody here.
Huge, oh my God.
Up and over,
I don't know if anyone in the history of MPX has ever clotheslined Michael Shafer over the top rope like that with ease. And now look at Sid.
He's got Envi up on his shoulders again. Oh.
TKO on Envi. Sid with a cover.
No.
We got new tag team champions.
What?
We got new champions.
Here are your winners and new MPX Tag Team Champions, Big Sid and Xavier Daniels.
Whoa. What do you mean no? Big Sid and Xavier Daniels, they're the new champions.
No, I think Sebastion Envi's foot was under the ropes.
What do you mean his foot was under the ropes?
I think his foot was under the ropes.
Hold on, wait a second. Wait, let's kill the music. Let's kill the music.
Ladies and gentlemen, by call, Sebastion Envi had his foot on the rope. Therefore meaning this match is now being restarted.
The match is being restarted. Referee calls for the bell.
Well, look at Envi.
And the cutting room floor.
Here we go,
Daniels,
here we go.
Just like that. Envi and Shafer.
Here are your winners.
What?
Best Picture.
And still tag team champions best picture. What the hell just happened?
Big Sid was on the floor arguing with Travis Trueborn. I don't think he even saw the match restarted. Envi came in, dropped Xavier Daniels, and Best Picture are still your MPX Tag Team Champions.
So referee Travis Trueborn said Envi's foot was underneath the rope. I did not see that.
I did. His foot was definitely underneath the ropes.
Big Sid and Xavier Daniels, they are hot. Nevertheless, Best Picture has retained the tag team titles, and they will face Tatum Manning and Dave Sagan next week at Aztec